Sup, you chuckafucks? It's your boy, Doc Raku here with What If Issei was a mysterious vice commander? Or captain, or yeah, you get the point. Pretty much, this is part 1 of a redo, yay! No, I'm just kidding, yeah, it might be a redo, okay? I'm changing up the story a lot. So, instead of Issei being a devil or whatever, he's going to be a normal human. Awesome. Yes, he still is going to have the Void Anchor gear, mostly the Void Dragon, with Taiju having a black dragon called the Dragon of Destruction. I think that's what I put as last time. Don't worry about all that. I'll rewatch mostly part 1, part 2, part 3. You get the point. Pretty much I wanted to change the story. I don't know. I know it's been 7 months. Shit, I don't remember when I actually made this thumbnail. Oh shit, it was August. Or not August. April. Why the hell did I say August? I have no fucking clue. But other than that, let me begin to what. Let me shut the fuck up. Because I don't have much time before I have to go to school. And yeah. Also, sorry for not recording for like 4 days. I recorded on my first channel. Second channel, I haven't done anything. Sorry. It's just been a little bit chaotic this whole week. Not really. It's just been me kind of being lazy around. Or lazy. Yeah, you get the point. So, of course, instead of all that, instead of me rambling on and annoying the fuck out of all of you, let me begin to swerve. Let me shut the fuck up. And let's begin into Hikari's No, I'm just kidding. Oh, so am I ever going to do a Hikari what if with, well, mostly Issei being Hikari? Maybe. Maybe not. His domain's a little bit confusing, but I think I understand a little bit of how it works. Not the point. Other than that, let me begin into this what if. Domain expansion. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Whatever. I'm just rambling on at this point. So we begin into mostly, well, Issei. Well, not Issei entirely. Well, yes, Issei. Mostly a brownish haired boy named Issei with brownish kind of eye color. Now, this is where, well, this kid is right now, or yes, his name is Issei, but of course, he is going to a school, a prestigious school named Kuo Academy. It's a school full of girls, or kind of. It used to be an all-girl school until it became a coed and became a gender-neutral school. Kind of. The mostly dominant population of gender is mostly female instead of males. There's just a couple of males that managed to get in there. Issei was one of the lucky few ones, with his 2 idiotic friends named Motohama and Matsuda. But yeah. But of course, I'm not going to explain all that. Mostly Matsuda, Motohama, and Issei are considered to be the perverted trio. Kinda. Mostly not until one day. Well, mostly Issei was about to leave class. Well, we go into that one specific day. We go into Issei about to leave class. And of course, he was about to go kind of talk to his friends about whatever, until this where, well, someone unexpected actually walked up to him and actually asked him out on a date, and that was none other than Moriyama. Moriyama. What they call her? Her last name is what? So she doesn't have a last name, but I'm gonna call her Masegi, which that just means justice. But yeah, in Japanese. But other than that, let me just begin into Swift. But pretty much, she actually went up to him. Of course, she's one of the Kendo, mostly Kendo leaders. Kind of, well, not entirely the Kendo leader. She's like the vice captain of the Kendo club. With her kind of best friend is also the vice captain. Her best friend is someone named, Catherine. But this is where, well, mostly, Moriyama decides to ask out Issei on a date. The only reason why is because mostly Issei doesn't fucking know. Literally, he doesn't even understand why she will ask him out on a date. Specifically, him. He's a pervert, which in this whole school, everyone hates him because he's a pervert. They know him as the perverted beast somewhat. And of course, he doesn't know if Moriyama has an alternative kind of motive in asking him out. But since he's going to play along with it, he decides to just play along with it. Not knowing if there's an alternative motive, maybe her friend is going to jump out with a camera, pointing that mostly Issei forced Moriyama to go on a date with her, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't actually understand, but he's making sure that maybe something like that would happen. But no, it's actually a normal date when he was on that date, because it was literally on Saturday that he went on the date. There was another girl that asked him out that was from a different school, but mostly Issei rejected her and walked away. He he just didn't know what to do with that date because it was confusing Moriyama asking him out. But of course, it was more confusing seeing another girl ask him out, which he just rejected her. But yeah. But of course, Issei does show up to this date in mostly a nice attire. Somewhat, pretty much, it was just a kind of purplish dark coat with mostly black kind of shirt with black pants and yeah, mostly black dressing shoes. But yeah, pretty much she was wearing that. Now the purple coat, he kind of likes purple, so of course he was wearing it. But yeah, but of course, luckily he managed to also find hair dye to make sure that his hair stays permanently brown. Because there's actually a hidden truth about his hair. But yeah, he's also wearing a necklace that's right now underneath his like shirt, but you don't need to worry about that. It's like a black dragon necklace, but don't worry about that one. But of course, well, he's going on this date. The date goes really normal, all kind of laughing. Somewhat Issei getting a stuffed animal for Moriyama, luckily in a vending machine game. Like, well, the vending machine game just told Issei to punch the shit out of the like punching bag, which mostly Moriyama thinks that Issei wasn't going to do any of that. She only just kind of jokingly thought of letting Issei punch the punching bag. Which mostly the person say, if you can make, surpass the highest number, which the highest number was literally 9999, mostly 999, you will get a stuffed animal, which is impossible. Everyone who has tried this, there was other dates kind of going on, other than mostly Issei's and Moriyama's. And of course, they, mostly went up to that place. And this is where Moriyama just made a joke saying that Issei should punch it to win a stuffed animal for her, which Issei did. He went up to that punching bag. The person says, "So, are you going to try?" This is where Issei gives him the money. And this is where Issei looks at the punching bag, punches the shit out of it so hard that it looks like he made a what's it called, shockwave for a bit. The person got hit by like this shockwave and was confused until he sees the machine going up to, this is where it goes up to a bunch of numbers and it hits literally 999 before it goes up a number and goes into the thousands. And then it just keeps going up to like 2000 before it just shuts down. Before it literally just shuts down. The machine was broken. It exploded also kind of by a fuse inside it just where, well, mostly the person say, oh. He looks dumbfounded, shocked, and just wondering what the fuck is with this kid. Hold the fuck up. He looks at the kid, looking how young he is, and he looks to be around his, mostly in his 17s. Yes, you say he's 17. This is where, well, he looks back at this kid, and this is where, well, this kid looks to be unamused. Like, he just looks at the punching bag and kind of saying, that was my strongest punch then. Yeah, mostly Issei is just thinking in his head that that wasn't his strongest punch. Which the person say, well, young man, what would you like to get? Give me the damn stuffed unicorn up there. The stuffed unicorn? There's like this, or not stuffed unicorn, it's a giant stuffed penguin with like a sword. It kind of looks like a midnight, in the, what's it called, like midnight ages or whatever. And it's just like a giant penguin being like, the color of the penguin is like a bluish, baby blue color, and it's giant. This is where the dude says, oh, but you gotta punch 3 more punching bags before, this is where Issei punches all of them and breaks all the machines. Now give me the giant stuffed penguin. Issei's voice and his attitude changes completely, making Moriyama kind of shiver, just kind of seeing the cold and literally, well, mostly, Moriyama didn't hear it, but mostly the person did hear it, and he was scared shitless, because if he doesn't give that penguin towards him, he's gonna get knocked out. He says, yes, sir. Damn, my machines are broken. He couldn't really sue the kid because the kid probably would have knocked his fucking lights out entirely. So, of course, Issei grabs the giant stuffed penguin and gives it to Moriyama, saying, here. This is where Moriyama blushes a little bit because she wasn't expecting Issei to just get her a giant, and I mean giant-ass penguin that looks to be in like the midnights because, like, it has a helmet. It's not like an actual helmet, but just like, it's kind of sew onto his head. It also has a sword, and yeah, you get the point. This is where, well, Mariama swears out because she wasn't expecting a giant stuffed penguin. She was like expecting like a small little animal, like a unicorn or whatever. Not the biggest thing. Now, of course, she was a little bit confused because she has never seen Issei work out too much in gym class or in school. But seeing him punch the shit out of those punching bags pretty easily, and seeing them actually break from mostly his punches, because yes, he actually did kind of punch one of the punching bags off. Like, she didn't understand why, but Issei could be physically strong. Now, of course, you can't see under his, like, black mostly shirt because it's not that tight. It's pretty loose. At the same time, she, for a second, thought she saw muscles because the shirt did go up for a bit after punching the shit out of the, like, punching bag. Now, of course, she really doesn't understand. She is actually thinking that Issei is from the supernatural, but Issei doesn't really seem to give off this, like, magic aura or any of it. He just looks like he's kind of might be physically strong. At the same time, he could be hiding it. Then again, he's wearing a purple coat, which she hasn't really seen him take it off. Now, of course, she knows that he's wearing a black shirt. Like the, well, yeah, she can see the black shirt because the purple coat is kind of unzipped. Now, of course, you wonder why he's wearing a purple coat. It's kind of summer and it's not really that cold. I mean, in the dark it does get cold, but it hasn't been that dark. It's still the afternoon. And yes, they're at a carnival place. I just forgot to mention that. But yeah, this is where, well, Issei kind of goes up to more carnival places and kind of just like, well, not buys other things. Mostly plays some of the other games. Like, what's it called? Toss the balls to hit the bottles. This is where multiple little kids really couldn't hit the, what's it called, bottles, because they were just like, the bottles are too kind of stuck together. They're like glue, and the person was just making money off the little kids. Issei looks at this and looks kind of pissed off about it, which mostly Moriyama was confused until Issei pays the, what's it called, couple of dollars. And this is where, well, he then kind of like raises his hand up to the kids, mostly kind of was stopping them from going. And this is where, well, mostly he kind of asks the kids and what they want. This is where, well, mostly the person says, huh? Are you trying to be some kind of hero? Issei glares at him with a very cold ass look. This is where, well, making the guy shiver. This is where, well, mostly the kids right now point at the different stuffed animals they want. Issei gets the 3 balls and holds them all at once, literally all at once in one hand, and just kind of just like lift his hand up. And this is where, well, he tosses them at all different, like the bottle kind of, well, the bottle kind of towers, hitting them all at once and shattering the glass. Now, the glass was tough glass, but it shatters thanks to Issei's strength. He shatters through those, like, mostly towers, and that's what the person say, oh shit. He looks at the mostly Issei to see a very murderous glare, and you better give him the fucking stuffed animals before he murder you. That's what the glare kind of gave the person. The person nodded and said, yeah, sure. He grabs those damn stuffed animals and gives it to the kids. The kids thanks Issei while running off. This is where, well, mostly Moriyama's still holding the giant stuffed penguin. Of course, she's getting tired, but Issei decides to hold it for her. This is what, well, she wanted to question how Issei is so physically strong without looking like he's even trying so much. This is where, well, mostly Issei didn't really answer her too much because she didn't really ask that question. She just decided to ignore it entirely. Just think that Issei is just physically built or just differently from other people. But yeah, but for right now, I gotta be going. I'm sorry I have to make this short, but other than that, bye soon, yeah.